Hello everyone, welcome to my channel VisionNet. In this video, we are going to talk about Jupyter extension of VS Code for Python and AI engineering. So what is Jupyter extension of VS Code? VS Code with Jupyter lets you run Python code step by step inside VS Code and see the output immediately below the code. And where we would be writing our code? So we would be writing our code inside one notebook file, and the extension of the file would be ipynb, which means ipython notebook. You would also hear the full form as Interactive Python Notebook. So what is ipynb file? So .ipynb is a notebook file where the code, notes and the results are saved together in one place. It makes learning and experimenting very easy and fast. And we can open same ipynb file in Jupyter Notebook on browser, Jupyter Lab, VS Code Jupyter extension, Google Colab, or on any of the tool where this ipynb is supported. Here we are going to use this VS Code with Jupyter extension, but it's totally up to you which tool you want to use. Now let's open Visual Studio Code. For that, click onto this Windows icon and search for Visual Studio Code and then open it. In my previous videos, we have already seen how to install Python, how to install VS Code, and how to install Python extension inside VS Code. If you have not watched my previous videos, I would highly recommend you to watch those videos before proceeding further with this particular video. So we installed Python on our PC, VS Code, and the Python extension on VS Code. For that, we went on to this extension section, and here we installed Python from Microsoft. And similarly, we are going to install one more extension, which is Jupyter extension from Microsoft. And to do so, you can simply search Jupyter here. So you need to search for this Jupyter extension, and here you would be able to see Jupyter from Microsoft. Click here and click on to install. Here you can see more details related to Jupyter extension. And once you install this Jupyter extension from Microsoft, you would be able to see other Jupyter extensions also getting installed, which are from Microsoft itself, and it will get installed automatically with this extension. So whole extension pack will get installed. Let me clear here, and you would be able to see all the Jupyter extensions here. Now let me open one project folder, which I have already created. So click on File, Open Folder, and here I would be using this project folder name, which is Python for AI Engineering. And I would be uploading all the code onto my GitHub repository. I will provide link of that repository into the description. So if you want to use it for the practice purpose, you can use it. So select this folder, click on Select Folder. And this is the first program which we created when we installed VS Code and Python extension of VS Code. For now, let me close it. And here, let me create one new file. Right click here, click onto the new file, and give any file name of your choice. Here I will give name as first Jupyter Notebook program. And here we are going to use snake casing. So each and every word would be in a small case and will be separated by underscore. So here first underscore Jupyter Notebook program. And after this name, we need to provide the extension. And what was the extension? We just saw into the document. The extension was ipynb. So here provide the same extension .ipynb. And hit enter, which will create our first notebook file. Now double click here to open this file, and here we can write notes, code, and as well as we can see the output. So we would be writing the same code which we have written inside this .py file previously. So first let's print this welcome to my channel VisionNet. So to write the code, what you need to do? You need to click onto this code, which will add a code cell. So click here. And see, you would be able to get this particular code cell. And here you can write your code. So we need to write print. And then we need to provide the same text, which is welcome to my channel VisionNet. Let me copy it. And within the double quotes, provide any string which you want to print. Here I am printing welcome to my channel VisionNet. And now we need to run our code. So to run our code, what we need to do? We need to click onto this run button. Or here also you can click on to run all, which will run all the code inside this particular file. And if you will click onto this run, it will just run the code from this particular code cell. But before running this code, you need to select kernel. So what is kernel? So here in the document, if you will see, the kernel is the running engine that actually executes your code and sends the result back to the notebook. And how to select this kernel? So for that, here in the VS Code, at top right corner, you would be able to see this. For me, it is already selected, but for you, if it is not selected, you would be able to see select kernel option here. You need to click here And for me, this one is already selected. But if it is not selected for you, you would be able to see these two options. So once you click onto that select kernel here, you will be getting these two options. And here you need to select Python environments. Click here. And here, if you are having multiple Python version installed, you would be able to see that list. For me, this Python version is installed, which is 3.14.2. So I am seeing option for this Python, as we installed this 3.14.2 Python version previously. Now click here. And like this, you would be able to see Python 3.14.2 kernel selected here. I'm just again repeating, if you are not able to see this Python selected here, you need to click on to that select kernel option, and then you would be able to see these two options. Here you need to click on to the Python environments, and then you need to select your Python version. For me, this one is installed, so I am selecting this one. That's it. And now we can click on to this run button. Let me click here. After that, we need to do one more step. Let's click here first. And see, we are getting this particular pop-up that running cells with Python 3.14.2. Here for you, in future, if you are installing any other version, that version would be appearing, requires the ipykernel package. So to run the code with this Python, we require ipykernel package. And here we can simply click on to install. So this is one-time activity. First time when you will run your code through the notebook with Python, so you would be getting this pop-up. You need to click on to install. If you are not getting it, which means it is already installed for you and the installation has been started. I will fast forward this installation time in the video, and the installation is done. And see, our code got executed. We are able to see the same string which we have provided inside this print function, which is welcome to my channel Visionnet. So here inside the same notebook, we have written our code, and below it we are able to see the output. But previously when we were using this .py file, so there we would be running our code, and then we were able to see the response or the output inside the terminal. So that is one of the benefit of using this notebook file, which is ipynb file. And apart from that, you can also write your notes or text inside the same notebook file. For that, you need to click onto this Markdown, and here you can write your text. Let's write here first Jupyter Notebook program. And let's click onto this one. Stop editing cell. And you would be able to see your comment or notes like this. You cannot run this text, but you would be able to see the notes here into the same file. See here, if I will click, it will not do anything. You just need to click onto this tick mark. We can give more formatting into these notes by using the Markdown. If you are not aware about the Markdown, you need not to worry about it for now. For now, we are going to focus on to writing the code and seeing the output. Apart from that, there are multiple functionalities or options of this Jupyter Notebook. For that, I would be creating a separate video where I would be explaining all the options of the Jupyter Notebook. So for now, we have seen that how to create the code, how to create the notes, how to see the output, how to run the code. But apart from that also, there are multiple options which we can explore that we would be doing into the separate video. Now, let me write the further code. So in the previous video, we have saw that we have assigned value of 20 to A, value 30 to B, and then we have printed addition of that. So we are going to do the same thing. So let's go back to our notebook file, and here first let me write one note. So for that, you can simply mouse over below the last cell, which was this output, and here you would be able to see this Markdown option. Here I am just writing addition of two numbers, right? Here if we will put hash space in front, so we would be able to see text with little formatting. Here click on to this tick mark. See, now we are able to see the text as heading. Now here below this cell, click on to this code, and here what we will do, we will assign value 20 to A. So A equals to 20, hit enter, and then we will assign value 30 to B. So B equals to 30. And here I am not printing it. Let's run this code. Let's see what we are able to get. See, for now, we are not able to see any output because we are just assigning the value inside the variable. Now here I will create one more cell. If you want to put any notes or comments, you can use this Markdown. For now, I am just giving this code. And here what we will do, we will provide this print, then A plus B. So here we have assigned value 20 to A and value 30 to B, and we are using these variables. Now, as we have already executed this section of code, so we need not to run this code again. We can just run this particular code cell where we are printing value of A plus B. And now let's click on to this run. And here we are able to see the addition of these two numbers, which is 20 and 30. Let me change this value of 20 to 25, And now again, I'll have to run this particular code cell, because if I will directly run this code cell, which is print a plus b, still I would be seeing 50, because it is considering this previous code cell as separate entity. So again, let me click run here, which will assign these value. And here again, for this code cell where we have written this print statement with the addition, if I will click onto this run or execute, then it will show me the latest result, which is 55. But inside this py file, if you want to execute the code, it will execute the whole code in one go. From top to bottom, first we would be able to see this print, then it will assign the value, and then it will print it. But here, it runs the code cell-wise. If you are executing this cell only, it will execute the code inside this cell. If you want to execute whole code, so here you can click onto this run all. Let me change this value to 40, and here if I will click onto run all, it will run each and every code cell. See, now the latest result got printed because it executed this line, then this line, and then this particular line. And here we are having more options to explore, and for that I would be creating a separate video. For now, this is more than sufficient. So like this, you can create your first notebook file, and you can try to add different code comments, and you should be able to execute the code, and onto the same file you would be able to see the output. If you want to clear all the output, you can just simply click onto this clear all outputs. And guys, we would be using this notebook file at multiple places inside our AI engineering course. So that's why for learning Python also we are going to use notebook files. If you want to use this Python files, it's totally up to you, but we are going to use notebook files so that once we use this ipynb or notebook file inside our AI engineering course, so you are more familiar with this. And guys, if you are finding this playlist helpful, let me know into the comments below. And feel free to share your suggestions. I would love to hear your thoughts. And now I will conclude this video here, but before we wrap up, let me give you a quick recap. So here we saw that with the help of Jupyter extension of VS Code, we can run our Python code inside VS Code. And there only we can see the output immediately. And this notebook file will be having the extension as ipynb, where we can write our code, notes, and see the results. Here you can use any of the tool. We are going to use this VS Code with Jupyter extension. And then we saw that inside the VS Code, you need to go to this extension section. And here you need to search for this Jupyter from Microsoft. You just need to click onto the install. It will install all the extensions package which are required. And then you can simply create a new file by clicking onto the new file and just provide any name with the extension of the file, which is .ipynb, which is IPython notebook. And then you can open the same file where you can write your notes by clicking onto this Markdown. You can write your code by clicking onto this code. Below the each cell, you would be able to see the same option. And then there only you should be able to see the output. Start the execution, you will be able to see the output. This is not going to give any output, but here if you will click onto this execute cell, it will show the addition of these two numbers. So like this, you can try any code, and in future we are going to use the same file while learning the Python, so that once we use the same file during our AI engineering course, so you are more familiar with that. You can simply use this .py file also. There you can write your code and execute your code, but we are going to focus more onto this notebook file because we are going to use it at lot of places inside our AI engineering course. And that's why I'm using this file, so that you are more familiar with this file, and once we use it, so it is not new for you and it would be easy for you to understand the things. And that's it from my end. You can click onto this first card to go to the next video. You can click onto the second card to access this whole AI engineering course. And stay tuned for my upcoming videos. If you have any comments, questions, or doubts, you can let me know into the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day.